Oh my god. Uh, yeah, technically the last part was the ending, but oh my god. When I started playing this game, I was at 69 hours, bro. I'm at 83, bro. That's how you know you made a good video game. In the span of 2 days, bro. In the span of 2 days. No other video game am I like that. Oh my god. I mean, I'm still kind of fucked up because of that ending. What just happened? I don't even know what just happened. But it just ended. I thought the way that Snowgrave was going to end, or at least in this chapter, we see Noelle do all this, maybe talk to her, whatever, whatever. Then that's that, you know? And then we continue in the dark world, whatever. And then chapter 6, because of chapter 5 ending in chapter 6, I mean, I have no idea when this is going to be uploaded, by the way. I'm assuming 2, 7, 14, probably sometime around July 10th, somewhere in the tens. Oh my god, that ending. I was not expecting it just to end like that. I mean, people theorize that it would just end here, but I guess it's not really because it says something about chapter 7, but it's weird. How would you, or maybe in like on an alternate save file, you have to do aborted Snowgrave and then do a continue Snowgrave, because how would you continue Snowgrave on that same save file? Because it just ends right there. So I'm assuming, because I'm also thinking like, okay, so maybe you have to copy and paste like some chapter 7 files in the future. I'm thinking, how does that work on consoles? You can't do that on consoles. So I'm assuming you have to, because when you get, I'm assuming there's this item called the pure crystal, which I'm guessing is going to be made when you create all the shadow crystals, or not, yeah, you get all the shadow crystals. So you could probably make some weapons for, Chris, Susie, Rouse. You can also make, I mean, one weapon is the Twisted Sword from Chris. So I wonder, because I could still have aborted that to that point. So I didn't do that because I'm assuming everything just plays out the same. Sure, different dialogue changes, but I might just do that on a commentary playthrough. Just do like aborted Snowgrave dialogue, and yeah, because I don't know if there's any dialogue differences. There probably is throughout chapter 5 if you do in a aborted Snowgrave. But yeah, very interesting because like I say, how are you meant to continue Snowgrave on chapter 5? I think you're meant to abort it once you complete the chapter 7, the Twisted Sword. Once you craft it, maybe complete the chapter, or maybe something happens if you craft the Twisted Sword instead of whatever items. Then, like I said, you complete chapter 7, then you reload your chapter 5, and you get to that point again, and then you're able to continue playing for whatever the fuck could happen in chapter 5. Wow, man. I mean, people were theorizing that I guess because of the screenshots as well in this game that we were gonna see Des or even Azrael in this chapter, but nope, still not. Definitely, I guess it's gonna be a chapter 6 or 7 thing. But okay, enough about Snowgrave, because that was fucked up. Or like I said, I'm assuming you're able to create the Twisted Sword as soon as you do in chapter 6. But like I said, in my probably aborted Snowgrave, I'm still gonna like fight everything in that save file. I'm not gonna try to make any recruits or nothing like that, just in case. So, but yeah, chapter 5, man. What a chapter, man. That was that was peak, man. I kid you not, that ending. I mean, I would say spoilers, but literally it's the finale. Like I said, the last part was technically the finale, but I wanted to do Snowgrave. But I was not expecting it to end right here. I was say expecting 2 parts because, like I said, I was expecting mostly everything to be the same. We do some things with Noel, and then we continue, and then chapter 6 and probably 7 is when things get different. But no, really interesting. And I think the only thing I got spoiled, I didn't get spoiled of anything, not in game, but like he didn't say at the end of the chapter because on at the end of chapter 4 we got a release year for chapter 5. So apparently I think I've seen that chapter 6, if I misread it, will literally come out probably the first month of next year, 2027. Because from what I hear, it could be like very dialogue heavy. So that'll be fun to do commentary on. Um, but probably when this finale is finally getting uploaded, because like I said, it won't be till around July. And yes, I did finish this game in 2 days. Yes, I did. But it's not going to be uploaded all the way till July. So, yeah. Oh my God. Like I said, that ending where Flowery died, I was expecting him to backstab. But then I cried. I'm like, by the way, I just never felt this way for any fictional character. We literally met this character this chapter, and I feel bad for him. Just the same way I did Flowey in Undertale. Flowery, bruh. Which is crazy, you're not gonna hear my reaction or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I did no commentary, so like I said, I cried, but at the same time, I cried at the same time because that fight with him in the night, oh my, that shit was. I'm like, am I able to play as him? I'm like, no, I can't. Oh my God, that was so peak. Like I was crying from it being so peak and so sad at the same time. And then Asgore just gets kidnapped just like that. That knight is really strong just to carry his fat ass like that. People really thought that we were gonna fight Asgore, by the way. And for the secret boss as well, people really thought it was gonna be like the Tail of Hell or whatever. Some shit like that. And also, I never found the chapter 5's egg, but I'm at least happy I found the secret boss. Like every chapter with every egg, it's always some random bullshit. The only time you ever really got a hint was chapter 2. Because you find a secret room, there's some dialogue that says, there's a room between. But I guess he probably didn't like doing that because that's too obvious. But even then, it's like, I'm not going to go in every single room and just walk back and forth and just hope that it's the room. So I'll probably just get, that's the only thing I'll probably get spoiled of is that egg dialogue. But um, yeah, I'm sure there's some YouTube video or whatever. So I'll probably just like show that towards the end and then just yap. But oh my God. And I wrote down some notes because I keep, oh yeah, GTA 6 can pre-order. PlayStation changed in the app, they changed their logo I mean, at the time of recording this, they changed their logo to the GTA 6 pre-orders. And I find it very funny. I thought it was a joke that the GTA 6 disc versions would actually be not disc. It would just have the case with the code. that's actually the case. It's actually not gonna come with the game on disc. Like what? Oh, that's not my notes. That's my pictures. That's really weird. Anyways, one thing I wanted to talk about, I guess, Deltarune, is that people complain about the chapters coming out too fast. Now, yes, I see it because he could rush it, might not be finished, blah blah blah. But I also see the fact that, like, you know, um, like people say, like it doesn't give them more time to theorize because the chapters are coming out so quickly. I mean, what you want him to take like his entire life to work on all these chapters? No. If he was working by himself, then probably yeah, maybe it would take of his entire life. But yeah, so definitely the longest chapters we had to wait for was 3 and 4. The second was chapter 3. I guess you could technically say chapter 1, but I mean that's for a game release. I mean it's not like oh as soon as Undertale finished he announced Deltarune. At least I don't think he did. No, it just came out of nowhere. So yeah, but yeah, the whole like this entire chapter is just a homage to like the Undertale souls. Like oh my, it was so peak. And then all this, I mean, we already knew the soundtrack was going to be peak, but it is very. Chapter 5 was the best. If I had to do a ranking for each chapter, it would be like chapter 5, 4. I'm torn between 4 or 3 is better. I don't know, to be honest. I'm like kind of debating which is better out of 3 and 4. They're both equally good. But I don't know. I think maybe 4 is just a little bit better, but 3 is still really good. And then in chapter 2, and then 1. So basically the reverse of chapters. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this chapter was really long. Pause. Like it's the longest chapter I feel like so far. Like oh my god, the amount of different soundtracks there were in this chapter alone is insane. So yeah. Oh, my heart's still beating. I'm like, what is happening? What are we just killing ourselves? We're just drowning? Like, what is going on? So very interesting that you basically have to do probably an aborted snow grave to continue doing essentially the snow grave route. So essentially, we're not going to know really what happens next till the end of the game. Essentially, is what I'm assuming. I'm assuming chapter 7 is going to be the end. So no more chapters after that. That's it. That's the last one. So yeah, and it's not really else much to talk about, man. Just everything, the characters, everything. Asgore. There was really no Asgore boss fight, which I was not expecting at all. People really thought we were gonna get an Asgore boss fight. I was not really expecting, but I was like, there's a chance, but I don't really think so. But yeah, for the secret boss, like I said, I had no idea it was gonna be that. Just some anime song, and we're fighting Mad Mew Mew. It's like you only fight her in Undertale in the Nintendo Switch edition, and I think there's like one like reference to her fight. And the entire time when you're playing as I guess the Purple Soul mode from Undertale. So yeah, I really thought that fight with Flowery, the final boss, that you would be like changing different soul modes, like the blue one, the yellow one. I thought when he first fought you, I thought we would be changing to yellow and be like, wait, no way, are we like changing to like different souls? and stuff, soul colors for our powers, but no. It was just like I guess a new one in a sense. Just it's just a dashing one. Which was like for me. It was pretty hard, but it was just hard to get for me to get used to it. It was really weird to get used to. But like I said, the purple one and the secret boss fight, that one was perfect. I loved it. It was difficult for me to get used to it, but I got used to it. It was difficult for me to get used to it, but I got used to it pretty quickly. Was I really used to it then? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess, but I mean, it's just the fight itself is difficult. I thought it was going to be harder than the night, but I think the night took me like 3 hours, so definitely not harder, but it's still pretty hard. Because I was thinking like, okay, well, if this fight's going to be really this hard, which I mean it wasn't, because there's like it's just so weird with the crafting system in this game. I will say this is my only critique. You gotta get such the weirdest specific items to craft shit. Like I have so many armors, yet I can't do nothing with that because they only want you to craft. You can only craft items with very specific items or armors, whatever. So I will say that's my only critique. It's like really weird, you know. So yeah, I guess people will probably have to do an aborted snowgrave route just to continue that part. So I guess people got to make sure that their chapter 4 snowgrave is all good before they continue. But I mean that's all the way to chapter 7. So a lot can happen with people's PC. I mean, but Deltarune has a cloud save feature, so people will be fine unless they have it turned off. I don't know why people would. I think the only time I turned it off was just to do some glitch on Black Ops 3, and that's it. Every time it was just on, every time. I never turned it off, so. Yeah. But that was big. Man, like all the areas, like the whole different gameplay style. I don't know what it's like referencing, but it was really fun. It was so much fun with the sword jumping around and doing the speed sections when you're going really fast. I mean, I will say it's like most of those sections, if you're dodging attacks, dodge up, dodge down, and that's it. Not really much to those. I mean, I do like it when you're platforming. It's like you're fucking playing Sonic all of a sudden. You're going really fast. You got to make these platforms, but that's really all you can do. I mean, I guess in some parts you can like attack, but like I said, that one with Flowery at the end when you're attacking him while running, because I didn't know I'd attack him, but I did. And oh my, that shit was peak, bruh. That shit was peak. This entire chapter was peak. I want to cry from how peak it was, bruh. Why can't all video games be this good? Why can't they all be this good, man? But yeah, man, I have been avoiding the internet for like 2 days. It's so funny. I just been avoiding that shit. But like I said, I kind of gonna have to get spoiled for the egg, and I'll just like I said, if there's a video on it already. If not, then I'll just end the video in case you're confused on why I just ended. If I said I was gonna show a short clip, if someone found the chapter 5 egg, and I'll just react to it that way because I cannot be asked trying to get it. Maybe on my chapter, well, I mean, I want it on my main save file, so I'll have to replay on my main save file anyways. But like I said, that'll come probably when I do no commentary. So yeah. But now I probably might have to replay all the way up until chapter 2 just to get an item that I didn't know that could be fused with like the Tenatai and then another mannequin armor that would have been good to protect against the cat attacks against Mad Mew Mew. But even then, the fight wasn't even that hard. Now for a further cat that could be revealed, um, who knows? Cat character, whatever, who knows? So maybe I will probably replay chapter 2. Oh dear God, Just the thought of that, I can't be asked. I can't be asked, bruh. Just for one item. But maybe we'll see. It depends on how hard the next cat boss will be, if there even is one. But yeah, I guess it pretty much the chapter 5, the end, it pretty much confirms that Noelle is going to be a part of the next Dark World because everyone thought she was going to be a part of this one, but she wasn't at all. But it is basically literally confirmed in game that she will be a part of the next Dark World. Which will there even be a Dark World? I mean, I'm assuming there is, but who knows? Like I said, I definitely see the shelter thing is it's definitely going to be like a chapter 7 thing. I don't see any of the shelter stuff happening in chapter 6. Probably I'm assuming that oh they finally get the code and whatever. And then Chris tried to rip the code. I'm like, bruh. But then Susie showed up. I'm like, yes, thank you. But it's like it wouldn't matter because it's like crazy because Flowery told her about it anyways, and that would have made Chris her sus of Chris. So Chris got very lucky yet again. And I think Ascor or something like was saying some like Gaster stuff, like something very, very interesting. Like on his entry 15. Like I said, I'm not deep into lore. And then that one part, where I can keep talking about this all game all day. It's that one part, because I try to keep up with the lore sometimes. In because it's like a mandatory scene, weirdly enough, even if in Snowgrave and non-Snowgrave, the main route, I guess normal route, whatever, Sans asks you a picture of him, of you and your friends, which is really weird. So it's like make me theorize. So is Deltarune technically a prequel in a sense? It could be a prequel in a sense, but maybe depending on whichever ending, I mean, quote unquote, the game creator said probably only one ending. As soon as I saw that he wanted us to draw the picture because there's in his I guess basement or back of his house, garage, whatever you want to call it in Undertale, there's a picture written on it. It says a poorly written picture. Susie wrote the picture. Susie can't draw very well, right? Whatever. So it's like that has to be like 100% it, right? Like that's the picture because no one thought what it was. No one didn't know. I mean, everyone assumed it was Chris and the gang, Browse, Susie, but they didn't know. But like I said, this is not confirmed because people were always saying like, "Oh, okay, Deltarune is an alternate timeline." It technically is, but it's more like I guess. But what if I guess things change? You know, if we do everything the same, the game could technically just be a prequel at the end of the day to Undertale. Weirdly enough, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm not good at with theories. Um, but yeah, my I just feel like what? No way. When they he asked for a picture. So I'm like, that has to be it. It's just so weird, you know, very weird. Oh man, this whole chapter was peak though. Was not expecting this for Snowgrave to end like that, but hey, that's fine. That's okay with me, bruh. This whole chapter was really long and peak. Yes, to have Snowgrave end like that is okay with me. It was really creepy, really was scaring the shit out of me when they were walking into the lake. And then you keep having the spam proceed, proceed, proceed. Like, what is going on? But yeah, that's it for me, bruh. Whenever chapter 6 and 7 comes out, I'll be there. I'll be there. And then it will be over. Deltarune will be over. It's gonna make me sad. But like I said, I feel like actually, when Deltarune actually finishes, I think I'm just permanently done with gaming. I feel like, you know, no other video game makes me feel like this. You know, Toby Fox, I kind of want to cry. Like, it's just play other video games, bro. But like, are they up to match with Deltarune? Maybe not. But every time, it's like generic ass video games I play. Do this mission. Go to this. Go to this waypoint. Let's hold your hand through the whole thing. Go here. Go here. Oh, make sure you do this. Oh, here's the waypoint again. Follow this path. Here's a cutscene. 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 Gameplay. Cutscene. 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 And it's like I'm tired of it. You know. I'm tired of it. So yeah. And then when you first get introduced to Flowery, and that weird ass cutscene animate, I guess animate like intro cutscene of him when you first see him, like, damn, it's like it's taking a human form. Like, I already knew already that was a flower. He was a flower. He was not an actual person. Yeah, or human or whatever. But yeah, was really thought he was gonna betray us, but he didn't. I mean, he still fought us. Technically, he did, but like he didn't. So it's really weird. Like when you see the fountain, it's a fake fountain. Like, how did the knight do that? I'm not sure. I mean, I know you can make multiple fountains, but hmm, it's really weird. I don't know. But it's kind of weird how Chris is just letting them kidnap his dad and Undying. He probably doesn't give a shit about Undying. Or even his mom, too, technically. They were gonna kidnap Toriel. They already kidnapped um Asgore. And that's it. They probably kidnapped other townsfolk, but I don't know. Anyways, ah man. Whew, that was peak. That was peak. Uh, so if I can't find the clip for the egg, and I'm just gonna read through that dialogue when I actually do commentary over it, but just let it play out. I'll give them credit for who the video was, just to showcase it, I guess, and then that'll be it. So if I can find it, if not, that's the end here. So if this is the end, then goodbye. But even then, it's goodbye anyways, because I'm not talking as soon as the video, if I find one, ends. So yeah, see you then. Just in case. Well, yeah, bye. Okay, bruh. So I'm in like 40 minutes later. Uh, I forgot that I still left the recording paused. Um, so I saw the video. I know I said I was going to showcase it, but uh, can you believe what you have to do? This is corn maze in the chapter. You have to run back and forth, over and over. And then you have to hit like the middle one over and over and over a couple times. I don't know how many times, just enough, and then that's how you get the egg. Weirdly, Enough though. What's funny is I was that close to figuring it out. I was so close. Literally, I was doing that, but then nothing kept happening. I'm like, okay, okay, well, nothing's happening. Bro, I knew I should have kept doing it. I was so close of getting the egg for chapter 5. So, but I don't know. Like, apparently, he might not even give you an egg if you have the other eggs, but also, like, if you didn't get the eggs, he doesn't give you an egg. It's really weird. Like I said, I'm gonna replay it and try it once I do my commentary playthrough, which will be uploaded tomorrow, but I'm not gonna be recording it until, like I said, until this is gonna be close to uploading. Or unless me and my friend wants to continue playing, whatever. Whatever. Oh my god, dude. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I guess that's it for me. For real, because I can't be bothered showcasing it. Um, so yeah, because I'm mad because I was so close to figuring it out. Oh well, so happy that I got the secret boss instead. So yeah, it is what it is. Still crazy that in this Snowgrave route, they basically just kill each other. Now, whether they actually did, who knows? But it really seems that way. So yeah. uh, Anyways, I'm gonna go now. I'm still so fucked up from that ending. Uh, well, bye until tomorrow.